Alrighty, folks. I'm here today to discuss about WWE Smackdown May 14th, 2021 review. Um, this was a decent, okay episode with a few things that I would have to say kind of sucks, and it's like rinse and repeat bullshit. Um, Personally, I didn't like the idea that Rey Mysterio went one-on-one with Dolph Ziggler, won the match, and won by a roll-up pinfall nonetheless. Uh, and now we're getting Dolph Ziggler and Bobby Roode defending the tag team titles up against Rey Mysterio and Dominic Mysterio. I knew the match was going to happen at Backlash, but my issue with it is why the back-to-back fucking one-on-one matches with Dolph Ziggler losing to both Mysterios. I think that was fucking bullshit. They could have easily done some just normal tag team matchup between two tag teams that could jock for position for a future tag team opportunity at some point. Not like come out and blatantly say, hey, the winner of the match will be the next number one contender for the tag team titles later on after Backlash. I wouldn't have done anything like that. But like have a tag team matchup with two legit tag teams. I know they have at least two other tag teams besides Dolph Ziggler and Bobby Roode and the Mysterios. So with all that being said, they could have done something like that to place a tag team match in place of that singles match between Rey and Dolph Ziggler. The tag team titles, they for the women's division was changed hands. It went to Tamina and Natalia, and Tamina got the pinfall on fucking Nia Jax. I'm actually surprised by that one. I thought Shayna Baszler was going to eat the L, which was shocking, but nothing to watch there. I skipped the entire fucking match. I was watching a DVR'd. I actually checked it out an hour after, like an hour in the show that it's gone on. I turned it on at like 9:15 because I was doing some shit. So I tuned into it at 9:15, started all the way from the beginning. That match came on. I said, fuck that shit. I ain't watching that garbage. So yeah, that happened. We also had Roman Reigns and Jey Uso kickstart the show. I'm not doing this in order, guys, like I normally do. I'm just kind of jumping around here from memory. I don't have my computer up or anything. I'm just doing this straight out of fucking memory, guys. So don't get mad at me if I maybe missed something, because to be quite frank with you, this episode was okay, but like I said, there were some things you could just skip and not worry about. So Roman Reigns and Jey Uso came out with Paul Heyman with the Universal Championship. They're standing out there, they're discussing about the two situations that occurred last week. One being about Jimmy Uso and the other being Cesaro being the number one contender for the Universal Championship. They do show some highlights what happened last week. In case maybe you missed it, which I did. I didn't watch the episode. That's hence why I didn't have the review up last week. And so they went ahead and showed that stuff, and I'm actually really impressed what they're doing with Cesaro. I like how they're making him look extremely tough and a suitable opponent for Roman Reigns. Do I think he's going to win? Of course not. Would I like him to win? Yes. Right now? No. I want him to win the fucking world championship at a meaningful pay-per-view, not a fucking WrestleMania Backlash. Why they added WrestleMania to Backlash is beyond me. It could have simply been Backlash. That's all it needs to be. That fucking stupid hashtag extra title bullshit they need to add on to that garbage. Whatever, man. It's garbage. But Roman Reigns touched on what happened last week. He said, hey, you may have got one over on me. Kind of generalizing or paraphrasing what he said. But you're really good. You're really good at what you do. You're a fantastic wrestler. I have no beef with Cesaro even said. He said, the problem is you may be the best wrestler in the world, but you don't have the complete factor to beat me. I have it all. And I have to agree. He's got the image, he's got the look, he's just cool as fuck as the heel. Now, I'm going to admit this to a lot of you guys. Some of you may disagree with me. Some of you may agree with me. I think a lot of you will agree with me. That's why I said most of you will agree with me and understand what I'm saying. And others may think I'm a fucking asshole for saying this, and if that's the case, fine. I don't have a problem you thinking I'm an asshole for the comment I'm about to say. Bottom line, I think Roman Reigns, if people want to see this guy stay champion for a very long time, like a couple of years, like Brock Lesnar, and break his record, he's going to need to stop showing up week after week on television. He's going to need to go to the Brock Lesnar route. He's going to start needing, I think by SummerSlam, I think that's what they need to do. I think they need to stop having him show up and perform in any way, shape, or form. Only show up at like Survivor Series, Royal Rumble, WrestleMania, and SummerSlam. I don't think he needs to show up at any other pay-per-views. He doesn't need to be at the B-level pay-per-views anymore after SummerSlam this year. I think they need to take this and apply it as he's the man. Nobody can beat him. He's just going to go off in the distance, and when someone can find him a suitable opponent that he can face, that they've built up, and is worthy enough to face him in the middle of that ring, he'll show up and he'll do his thing and beat every one of them that is placed in front of him. But he's going to take it on his time. It's time for him to take time for himself. He don't need to fucking show or prove anything to anybody that he's a tribal chief in professional wrestling. I think that would be a great idea. It also would not make his run as the WWE Universal Champion stale, because I think him defending the title month after month is going to get annoying. And that's what I'm afraid of with me. I really think I'm going to get bored of him defending the title month after month and him winning and retaining the championship and no one really being looked at as even a suitable opponent for him to lose to, or even come close to losing to. I honestly think they need to do it the old-fashioned way with how they did it with Brock Lesnar, and have Roman Reigns just kind of go off in the distance somewhere during the time that it's not a big pay-per-view. If you want to throw him on there for a Smackdown episode at one point and put him in a world title defense against someone and make it like a pay-per-view type of event for a Smackdown episode, by all means, I'm cool with that shit. I think that brings in good ratings. And just keep the Universal title off pay-per-views except for the major four. And focus on trying to get the WWE Championship at the same level that the Universal title is at right now, because that Universal title is the main prize of WWE. If you're not jockeying for the Universal Championship, you have no business being there, man, because the WWE Championship ain't worth continental shit right now. It ain't. I don't care that Bobby Lashley carries it. I don't care if Drew McIntyre is carrying it. I don't give a shit. You need to start producing interest in that fucking title before anyone can actually take that belt seriously ever again. Because that title has went straight down the fucking toilet since this year started. You go ahead and you have Drew McIntyre lose the damn title to fucking Randy Orton. Randy Orton should have stayed champion. If you had no plans on keeping him as a long-term champion going into WrestleMania, then we shouldn't have seen no fucking title change between Drew McIntyre and Randy Orton. Period. Drew McIntyre should have won, walked on, moved on to the next thing. That's it. Plain and simple. Shouldn't have been no title change. I don't fucking care about some stupid title, how many title reigns Randy Orton had. He has 13 that was going into it. Now he has 14. Big fucking whoop. What is he going to do? Win 2 more to tie Ric Flair's record and lose it immediately after he won the fucking thing? Come on, man. Give the man a fucking real title reign or don't give him a title reign at all. That's all I got to say on that subject. Bottom line, Roman Reigns is the top dog in WWE and, in my mind, the top dog in professional wrestling. Kenny Omega can't touch Roman Reigns right now, and Kenny Omega's fucking great too in his own right. But he ain't nowhere close to where Roman Reigns is. I'm sorry. And I am not... honestly, I will come out and say this straight to you guys. If I was a fan in the audience watching a match of his, I would be booing him. Why, you may say? I compliment him on the air in these videos, discussing these reviews. Why would I boo him? Real simple. He is fucking WWE corporate product bullshit. It is the Roman Reigns agenda. That shit hasn't gone away. Roman Reigns' agenda still exists to this day. Yes, they are doing a fantastic job with him. He is a fantastic heel. He deserves all the praise in the world for what he's been doing as the heel, which he should have been a long time ago. It's that simple. Bottom line, guys, I don't understand the point of why they had to go so many years doing what they did, and they just didn't do what they're doing now. He is Triple H of modern day wrestling, man. He's the guy who's gonna carry that fucking championship for a very long time. People are gonna get sick of it. People are gonna want to see him get destroyed, killed. You heard the fucking fans at WrestleMania. Those fans, they were screaming their heads off and booing the shit out of him. They were cheering Roman Reigns sucks. Okay? So, it didn't change nothing. People still hate him to this day, and they know why. And you guys gotta know why they hate him. It's real simple. The Roman Reigns agenda still exists to this day. Everyone else that performs in this company looks like shit. But anyone that goes up against Roman Reigns or has a title match with him, they look great going in, and when they come out of it, they still look like shit. They look like shit. Not saying what he does with them isn't great stuff. It is. But once they are done with the rivalry with Roman Reigns, they go right back to Shitsville, USA. That's not Roman Reigns' fault. I'm not blaming him. So don't take what I'm saying here out of context. But what I am saying is, they're only doing it for Roman Reigns' agenda. Not for both parties. It's just for one, to make Roman Reigns look good, keep hyping him up, keep making him big. But with all this making him big, where's it getting the rest of the roster? Are they getting big like him? No. Who the fuck's gonna ever take the title off of this guy? This is like a Bray Wyatt situation all over again, only they're doing it right with him. I don't know why they couldn't have done it right with fucking Bray Wyatt as the Fiend. This is fucking stupid. That's one of the things I can't stand about this fucking company, man. And it's surprising I'm coming out here ranting, but this was actually a very positive segment. Which was fucking hilarious. That I'm ranting on a good segment. But I'm just pointing out to you guys, do not forget the Roman Reigns agenda still exists. It's not to help the rest of the rosters, just to help Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns needs to always be number one. No one else can come close. No one else can even match a candle with the motherfucker. I guarantee you folks will get so fucking fed up with this mofo, they're gonna stop wanting to watch. Because he's gonna be shown every fucking week doing the same fucking thing, which he did here tonight. He had another fucking Uso doing a match with the challenger that's challenging him for the fucking title. We had Jimmy Uso versus Cesaro, which was actually a good match, by the way. Unfortunately, ended with Roman Reigns fucking the ending up. But there was a reason behind that, which I'll get into with you guys. But bottom line, it is what it is. But Roman Reigns, he goes ahead and he's talking about Cesaro being a great wrestler, but, you know, he doesn't have the complete it factor to be that champion, to be the man, to be the head of the table in WWE. That reference he keeps making all the time. And then he addressed his attention to Jimmy Uso. I got to admit, I like Jimmy Uso better than Jey Uso. And Jey Uso wasn't that bad against Roman Reigns in their little one-on-one for 2 months that they were going from Clash of Champions all the way to Hell in a Cell. But Jimmy Uso, he's got a whole different attitude. More intense. He's got this look on him like he's more of a badass than his brother. He's more fit too. He doesn't look so chunky in the stomach. He looks more athletic, more fit. And he just has that look to him, like he radiates confidence, man. This guy, to be quite frank with you guys, I know people are going to say I am stupid to say this, but I would absolutely love to see them do something similar to what Jey Uso did with Roman Reigns, but only with Jimmy and Jey Uso having a rivalry, ultimately showing respect for each other at the end, joining forces with Roman Reigns, and they have the Samoan family together as one, and they settle their differences, and all of it was just a bunch of, normal family, everyday bullshit. Disagreements on things, just not, happy with one another's actions and the way they were acting, and they apologize and they move on. That's kind of what Jimmy and Roman Reigns did, technically. Let's just say, quote unquote, technically, because Jimmy just kind of gave in and said okay, and Roman kept him in his group. So, as a crony. I like the shirt that Jimmy was wearing. Nobody's bitch. I love that one. That was fucking awesome. I love the damn t-shirt. I'm surprised they had a t-shirt for Jimmy to wear outside out to the ring like that. I mean, this being a family-friendly television show, quote unquote. But it's so family-friendly, we have the majority of their fucking viewership based on people who are 18 to 49. And probably those people that are watching it aren't casual wrestling fans. They're full-fledged routine fans that want to see this product get better, and yet they keep getting disappointed week after week after week. And less of those people are going to stop watching this fucking product. Guarantee you. I don't know what to say to you guys. I'm not going to stand here and say they need to make a change. I know they're not going to change nothing. I have accepted it for what it is. Vince McMahon's the only one who can make that change within this company. These guys need to have segments like what Roman Reigns has. Jey Uso and Jimmy Uso. Cesaro. Kevin Owens back when he was when he had a rivalry with fucking Roman Reigns. And so many other guys, they need to give off the same exact vibe, intensity, thrive, to want to be the absolute best. And they don't do that in this company. They make everyone look like a bunch of fucking idiots. Now, to me, that only sends a message to me saying Vince McMahon don't care about pro wrestling. He don't care about even sports entertainment, because let me tell you, folks, he was not giving us this kind of sports entertainment back even when the WCW was gone, okay? From 2002 all the way up to 2010, he was giving us good shit. 2010 is when I started noticing the company was kind of going downhill. When he got that transition from TV 14, or he had his TV PG in 2008, around that time, probably a little bit further into the year in 2008, he had TV PG, but he still made it where it was fun to watch. By like 2009, you started seeing slight changes here and there. It kind of makes you not want to watch. Maybe you feel a little ashamed to be a wrestling fan at that point. 2010, they just stripped away the ability to cuss, act like an adult, talk like an adult. I mean, come on, man. These are grown adults, man. They need to act like adults. Give me a fucking break. Coming across saying all these super high vocabulary words on this shit. I mean, there's nothing wrong with sounding intelligent. Chris Jericho did that constantly in all of his promos during 2008 all the way to like 2000 and whatever, until he had a break and whatnot. Jericho is saying a lot of comments and things of that sort that were very high vocabulary words that people aren't too familiar with, that I thought was kind of cool, but at the same time, it was not Jericho, in my opinion. Jericho is a trash-talking asshole, and he kind of changed from that character. But I guess that was to evolve and be different than what he once was, which I can understand and appreciate. But I'm kind of going off topic here, man. Whoa, what the fuck? But anyway, yeah, Jey Uso, Jimmy Uso comes out wearing a t-shirt, nobody's bitch. And Jimmy and Roman Reigns kind of go back and forth. Roman Reigns says, look, I'll be forgiven if you just acknowledge me as the head of the table. The tribal chief, you know? I mean, I am the man. And he said, oh, I'm not acknowledging you as nothing. You're just my cousin. And he goes, you're not going to acknowledge me as the tribal chief? He says, why are you going to be so damn disrespectful to me? And he goes, Jimmy goes, look, I respect you, but I don't need to look at you as the tribal chief in our family. We are all in it together to be the absolute best that we can be. And he goes, no, I'm the man who runs the show. I'm the man of our family. I've put the whole fucking company on my back. And that's true. He has. 100% fact. If it wasn't for Roman Reigns and what he has done and delivered with this character and the people working with him with this character, this company wouldn't even be... It wouldn't have a leg to stand on, okay? It's that simple. But he goes on, and Jey Uso gets involved, and he says, look, man, just acknowledge him as the tribal chief, man. Let's go about our business and be a family. And Jimmy being hard-headed, and rightfully so. I mean, he doesn't have to kiss Roman Reigns' ass, which I'm really haven't liked about Jey Uso since the whole rivalry between them stopped, that he just ended up being Roman Reigns' lackey. I didn't particularly like that. I was kind of hoping for them to become like equals. But Roman Reigns clarified that for anyone who, like myself, thought that way. He said, look, I'm the fucking champ. I carry around the Universal title. Until you have this, you ain't shit. Until you can beat me and take this title, I'm the tribal chief. I'm the head of the table of this company. I'm the one who's got it on his back. You ain't got what it takes to do what I do. And, you know, Jimmy Uso just kind of went back with him and he said, look, man, I think you're the best in the world. And Roman asked him, do you think you can do what I do? And he backed up. This is the one thing I did not like about this. He kind of went ahead and he backed up and he says, whoa, I don't think I could do what you do. And I'm like, why would you say that? He says, but me and my brother, we could go ahead and do just what you can do together. And I'm like, you just kind of backed up your words and said what? Come on, man. That one statement really fucked up Jimmy in my eyes. That was fucking stupid. He's gonna go ahead and say him and his brother can fill up his shoes together, but by himself he can't. Nah, man, he came right back and said, look, you gotta be the Universal Champion. I don't give a fuck about no tag team title. And damn straight, man. Who the hell gives a shit about tag team titles? Those tag team titles, they're as prestigious as a fucking tag team title at a damn Walmart. One of those fucking toy championship belts that a kid could get for $9.99. Give me a fucking break, dude. That ain't no fucking prestigious championship. That's garbage. Damn. Make Jimmy look like a fucking dumbass. Tag team titles. And if he wins the tag team titles with his brother and Roman loses the Universal Championship to Cesaro, which he thinks Cesaro can beat him, which this led to a match with Cesaro and Jimmy Uso, then they're better than him and he's no longer the tribal chief. They are. I found this whole thing to be a little fucking far-fetched and retarded. But, like I said, it still was good. I will admit that. It was still good, but there were some things that they made Jimmy say made him look like a fucking retard. That I will admit. This eventually led to Roman saying, look, if you think you're better than me, you think you can beat Cesaro by yourself, then go right ahead. Go ahead and try to face him one-on-one. Be the Universal Champion. It sounded kind of like he was saying, why don't I let you defend my title for me, and you could face Cesaro with the title on the line. I think I kind of got that from him, but they didn't really acknowledge that. I think they made him fuck up or something. I don't know. It didn't come across right to me. I don't know if it came across wrong to you guys if you saw the episode or not. But bottom line, it really sounded weird. If you didn't catch it and you could DVR it or some shit or go online and check it out, definitely catch that segment. It really came off weird the way Roman Reigns said that shit. At least in my mind. But anyway, Cesaro came out and he said, yeah, look, man, you want to have a match with me? Show yourself and prove yourself that you're just as good as anyone else in this company. By all means, go ahead. We'll have a one-on-one match at the main event of Smackdown, and there you go. Match happened. It was granted. They agreed. That was it. It was the main event. Alright, so I already discussed about the fucking women's tag team titles. Bianca Belair came out. She talked about her match with good old Bayley. It should be a good match. Do I see Bayley winning? Absolutely not. Why? They just gave the fucking title to freaking Bianca Belair. Why would they take it off of her? The segment was actually good too. I liked the little confrontation, the back and forth banter. It eventually led to this. Bayley kept laughing, saying comments like this, that, and the other. And Bianca just came out and said, look, you know something? You can, diss me all you want, disrespect me, laugh at me. But it's something to get to the hard truth. The real reason why you're mad at me is because you spent WrestleMania on your ass because of the Bella Twins shoving you down the fucking rampway, while I spent the night one in the main event beating Sasha Banks for the women's Smackdown title, who you lost to. Hey, man, that hit a fucking sore spot, and then Bayley got a serious face on her, and she cut and ended that perfectly the way she did. I absolutely loved it. She says, yeah, you may be right. I can't remember word for word, so don't get it twisted the way I say this. Her attitude kind of was like, yeah, you may be right about that, but at the end of the day, I'm going to be walking out of Backlash with the damn women's SmackDown title, okay? So that was pretty much kind of like what she was saying at the end of the promo. And I liked her seriousness, her tone, and the look in her eyes. She was extremely fucking pissed after what she said. Because that was an embarrassment. There was no reason for her to be in that kind of situation. And to be quite frank, we should have seen Bayley versus Sasha Banks at WrestleMania, not Bianca Belair versus Sasha Banks. And yeah, I know we need new stars, we need to get new people, but if you're going to do that, Sasha Banks should have retained the fucking belt. There you go. That's how I feel on that one. Alright, what else happened on this show? I'm trying to remember. Main event, we had good old Jimmy Uso versus Cesaro in a nice competitive matchup between these two guys. It ended up being a DQ because Roman Reigns came out of nowhere, started kicking the shit out of Cesaro, and Jimmy and fucking Roman Reigns were bickering back and forth outside by the rampway, and he was saying, "Look, this was my one fucking opportunity to go ahead and do something. You said you wanted me to prove something, so I was trying to do that, and you come in here and you fuck up the match." He goes, "What, you think people care about some dumb exhibition match? You think these people care about you trying to prove anything to me? The only thing that people care about or remember is the big money matches. The matches that matter is the big money matches where I'm defending the fucking title. Not you having an exhibition match in the main event of Smackdown." That was some good shit. I liked it. Because it's true. Nobody gives a flying fuck what Jimmy can do. Now, if you want to have him go up against the tribal chief and make him beat Roman Reigns, then we got something to talk about. And make it look believable. Otherwise, they shouldn't be putting Jimmy, Jay, or any of those fucking goofballs against any of the opponents Roman Reigns is facing anymore. It sucks. It's repetitive. It's stupid. Get these two guys to have a rivalry with each other. Have these two guys do maybe a 2-month or maybe even 3-month, back and forth rivalry. Have them beat the living shit out of each other. And then eventually lead it to where they, finally say, "You know what, man? They earn each other's respect, they shake hands, they forgive each other, and we move on." That's what families do. They go ahead, they get mad, they have disagreements, they may even fight. But they don't stop loving each other. And that's the way this storyline they could build up between these two guys. Then make them a tag team, give the audience what it would be like to see two brothers kick the shit out of each other, but eventually lead it to a point where they forgive each other and they move on as a team. And Roman Reigns, they could also play off of that with Roman Reigns earning a lot of respect for both of them for what they were doing to each other. And then leading that to them caring about each other in the end. And he starts looking at them a lot differently. Starts looking at them a little bit more of an equal than a fucking bystander or a sidekick that just he pushes around. I would like to see that. I want to see people placed at the same level Roman Reigns, because if they don't do that, they can't get anyone placed at the same level as Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns is basically going to be Asuka as the Universal Champion when Asuka was the NXT Women's Champion. And eventually he's going to stay champion for a long time, and then he's just going to go ahead one day, say, "I'm dropping the title, I'm retiring, see you later," and be done with it. Be done with the whole fucking thing. And that's all they need to do with him. Because honestly, right now there is not one fucking guy in that damn company that could even match a candle to Roman Reigns. Nobody can even fucking come close to this guy the way he's been built. And it's the same thing with The Fiend. Eventually, you know damn well, somewhere, somehow, Vince McMahon's going to want to put the title on someone else. You damn well should know that. And it's probably not going to be at the time people are going to want to see it. Just saying. Or maybe I'm wrong, and if that's the case, oh well, who gives a shit? Either way, personally, it's going to get boring at some point in time. It is going to get boring. Some other side notes of matches that occurred and segments. I'm just going to go over this briefly, and then I'm going to cut this video because it kind of ran a little bit longer than I thought I would. Shinsuke Nakamura went up against Baron Corbin one-on-one. This match actually ended with a very unique ending. Some people may like it, some people may not. I didn't particularly like the fact that Shinsuke Nakamura lost, but based on the situation of the ending, it made sense. He had him in a arm bar, or I think a triangle choke, yeah. He had him in a triangle choke, or form of an arm bar, something like that. And Baron Corbin couldn't quite get him off of him. He tried to lift him up and try to power bomb him. That didn't really work. He held on to his arm regardless. So what he did is, he did the next best thing. He pinned his entire body on top of Shinsuke Nakamura, made sure his shoulders were pinned, and he got the 1, 2, 3, and won the match. I think that was a good ending to that matchup, despite the fact Baron Corbin won that match, which I'm really sick of. But Shinsuke Nakamura got even, Kinshasa him right in the fucking head, and the crown was sitting in the middle of the ring. He started flipping out, started going crazy. I'm like, oh my god. He's starting to get the New Japan Wrestling Shinsuke Nakamura back. Oh shit. Back in the day, Shinsuke Nakamura used to wear a crown whenever he went during his entrances to a big major pay-per-view event. Like fucking Wrestling Kingdom, Power Struggle, Dominion, those kinds of pay-per-views. And he'd come out with a fucking huge-ass crown in New Japan Wrestling. And it reminded me of that. And I'm like, oh shit. Could we actually get something real and legit with this guy wearing the crown and bring back his old school strong style Shinsuke Nakamura and get this guy seriously built up to maybe possibly win the Universal title down the road? I'd love it. I'd love to see Shinsuke Nakamura just have one fucking world title reign in a major company like WWE and be able to be the head guy of that brand. I'd love it. Put him on fucking Raw and have him win the WWE Championship. I love that. I would absolutely love it. I would like to see Bobby Lashley versus Shinsuke Nakamura for the WWE Champion. I would be all for that. That would be a good fucking match. If you don't think that would be a good match, you're fucking crazy, man. Now, they gotta build it up and build Shinsuke Nakamura up to get me to really get excited. But based on Shinsuke Nakamura's past history and his wrestling ability, that would be a good match. But they need to get his character built up. Show him week after week. Show him winning matches. No more 50-50 booking. Like that can ever happen in WWE, right? But these guys need to get built up. Plain and simple. We also had a segment with Apollo Crews having a acknowledgement with fucking Commander Aziz. Whatever, man. Whole thing was fucking stupid. Big E's in jockeying for position for the Intercontinental Championship. You got Sami Zayn coming out immediately afterwards with his fucking music saying, I want a shot for the Intercontinental title, just one-on-one. Give me that one last shot. Be fair, blah, blah, blah. And then we got fucking Kevin Owens who popped out of nowhere, attacked both Sami Zayn and Apollo Crews. Big E came out as well, and Kevin attacked Big E too. And then eventually one thing led to another, and Big E got even with Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens stunnered Sami Zayn, super kicked Apollo Crews in the face, and then eventually a big ending to Kevin Owens by Big E. So that was that situation. This eventually led to a backstage segment with Adam Pearce, and you guys are gonna be mad at me. I forgot her fucking name. Sonya Deville. It just popped in my head. See how much I'm paying attention to this crappy fucking television show? Sonya Deville. Sonya Deville actually is getting some friction with Adam Pearce. She created a fatal four-way match for the Intercontinental Championship that will be taking place next week on Smackdown. Not taking place at Backlash. Why that's the case, I have no idea why. That makes no sense. Why wouldn't it be on the fucking Backlash card? It all deals with Backlash. It all deals with those two matches that took place at WrestleMania, all being rolled up into one over the Intercontinental Championship. Why not? Why wouldn't it be on Backlash? It makes no fucking sense. But yeah, it's not taking place, and there you go. Well, it's taking place, but it's not taking place at Backlash. It's taking place on SmackDown. For next week's episode. It should be a good match, but let's be real. I don't think Big E's winning. I don't think Kevin Owens is winning, nor Sami Zayn. It's going to be Apollo Crews retaining the title. Thank you to Commander Aziz, or if you'd like to give him a new name, Commander Disease. But anyway, guys, at this time, there ain't nothing else more I have to say about this damn fucking show. I will admit, the stuff done with Roman Reigns was great, and Jimmy Uso and Cesaro and Jey Uso, those four guys did really good together. The rest of it is all fucking crap. Let's be real. There's nothing on this show that was eventful or exciting. This was just a pile of shit. That's all there is to it. So anyway, guys, you know what to do. Hit the like button if you like this video. Hit the subscribe button if you're not already subscribed to the channel. And leave a comment down below, and I'll definitely get back to you on that. I thank you very much for watching. Have a great night, guys. Bye.